up, fellas? Welcome to the channel, and welcome to Bangkok, Thailand, and welcome to big rain. This was not part of my plan. The sun was out about a minute ago. But in this video, I'll talk about a couple of things. I am going to take you to Icon Siam, which is just across the Chao Phraya River here. And it is the biggest mall in all of Bangkok. Some 5,000 stores, and a lot of them way too pricey for my pocketbook. I don't think we can make it out on the video, but from here we could see Hermes, Cartier, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci. And there's a big old Apple store there. It's an interesting place. Quite a wonder of real estate development. And right now I'm standing at the front of my hotel, the Royal Orchid Sheridan. And let's see if I can, well, I don't want to get the camera wet, but you can kind of see it towering here above the river, the Chao Phraya River, which is one point I'd like to bring up. Like, when you stay in Bangkok, I really love staying in this place because it is far removed from the chaos of the nightlife of like Sukhumvit Soi 11, Nana Plaza, Soi Cowboy, all the bar BS. I happen to get a sweet deal with the Marriott, and I have Marriott Bonvoy status, so I get upgraded to like a nice room, breakfast, dinner, alcohol. Cost me like 70 bucks. Right now I'm with the girlfriend, so I'm traveling for two. I'm paying for two, so that's a pretty good deal. Not everyone can get this rate at this kind of hotel, of course, but when you're coming to Bangkok, my point is choose your Bangkok base camp wisely. Some of you guys on a budget, you got to stay in the bunk bed in the backpacker district. That's a lot. That's like pretty harsh on any human being. Bangkok is a hard city. I forgot how big it was. I haven't been here for about a year, and I forgot just how overwhelming this city can be compared to Phnom Penh and compared to Saigon. It is not made for human beings whatsoever. Everything is like done on a grand scale. The streets, the transportation system, it's like all built for, it's all infrastructure for like trains and trucks, and the sidewalks are not a pleasant experience. Riding around in taxis here, it could be a 15-minute ride, at 3 a.m. But at 3 p.m., that could take you 45 minutes or an hour. The gridlock really, really sucks. You could take motorbike taxis, but that's a harrowing experience. It's like, a death ride. So the other idea, idea number one is like, choose a place in Bangkok. If you're going to endure this city for any length of time, you might want to find a place, a homestay or something that's like an Asok or Rachata, that's away from the party district, because this city will beat you up hard, and being able to sort of decamp to this place and decompress is quite, it helps me endure this city for much longer than I could were I staying down in the party district. Idea number two is transportation in Bangkok. We're going to do a little bit of it here today, but waterways, like consider the waterways, the water taxis, and the train system. The train system is by far the best way to like transport your body from one place in this city to the next, from the airport into the city, from here at the riverside to Sukhumvit, Soi 11, Nana Plaza, all of that chaos. But from here, from this particular location, I've got to deal with the water to get to the train. So what I do is take this thing. The Sheridan has its own ferry, its own boat, and I get on the Sheridan boat and take it across the river so that I can get on the MTA, I think it's called, the train, and then go down to Sukhumvit. I've done that before. I'm not an expert on the water taxi system, but you really should consider as your primary mode of transportation, like getting your ass to the train. Whether that's taking a motorbike taxi to the train, then getting on the train, taking a water taxi. The train should be your core transportation through the city. Otherwise, you'll get just worn out and frustrated sitting and waiting in an actual car, taxi. And I do not advise any of you to take motorbike taxis here should something bad happen to you. And I have plenty of friends that have been in a pretty bad crash on the back of a Grab motorbike taxi. So what I'm about to do is get on that thing. The mall, Icon CM, has a free water taxi or ferry, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if I'll catch this one. I think they come every 15 minutes. I'm going to get on that boat and go across to the mall. And this is not fake market, $5 shopping spree. I can't afford half of the stuff in that mall. But I'll show you what the place looks like, the kind of vibe of big Bangkok high-end shopping mall. So I'll see you guys on the boat. Okay, there's the Sheridan, the place I was just at, and their yacht club restaurant that I was standing in front of. Boy, did I choose a bad day to do this. To make my case, this city always seems to beat me up. As soon as I leave the sanctuary that is that hotel property. I mean, look, it has like its own park, 2 pools, you can spend the whole week there. When I don't, as soon as I leave the safety of that place, something bad seems to happen. And in this case, coming down the ramp, the metal ramp onto this water taxi, I took a header and my finger maybe sprained or broken. I'm all wet. So this is like the extent of my travels today. But this, as I was saying before, this Icon CM and the adjacent condo building, I think it is, really is kind of a marvel of modern building development. And the place looks kind of drab right now. The dirtiest river you've ever seen. This raining and the sky's gray. But at night, this waterfront and that shopping mall really light up. This whole riverfront really lights up. So if you are in Bangkok, not a lot of people get over here. There's a big art gallery, art museum, River City, right next to the Sheridan. Not a lot of people venture outside of, the backpacker district. Was it Sao Can Road or Soi 11, and get over this way. But I encourage you to take one of these river boats. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to stay dry. I thought this was dropping us off right in front of the mall, but apparently we've got to walk there. So I'll see you once I'm back inside and nice and dry again. Whew. Oh boy, that was a to-do getting into this mall. The rain has finally stopped, but it reminded me that sometimes the best thing about Bangkok is leaving the place. Every time I leave wherever I'm at in this city, I get beat up. My feet are soaked. I'm a bit frustrated, but the weather's clearing up, and I'm here at a sort of rooftop restaurant, balcony restaurant on the 6th floor of Icon CM. And let me take you in through the mall and show you all the fancy shit they have for sale. It's quite a place. It's kind of like coming here to wonder at the architecture and all the planning that goes into a place like this. Quite a to-do. What the developers forgot to do, however, was make the outside of this place for human beings. Like everything in Bangkok, it's built for cars and not for pedestrians. But this is a pretty giant mall. 5,000 stores. I'm not about to attempt to see what those all are, but I'll give you the highlights for you gentlemen. They've got some cool aspirational crap for sale here. We're still on the restaurant level. I think on the floor below us, the 4th floor, the auto dealerships, I think 4 and 3. I know there's Porsche, and there's another car dealership. I have to figure out what that is. But really big, shiny new Apple store. Some countries here in Southeast Asia are not authorized resellers of iPhones or Apple, so I think Vietnam just got on board with that. But in previous years, you couldn't buy the new iPhone in Vietnam. A lot of people come to Bangkok to do their shopping. And I know some people make a living off of that, coming to Bangkok, buying Apple products, and then marking them up like by 30 or 40% and reselling them in Vietnam. I'm trying to find this AutoDeal. Let me try to cut in front of him. I'll wait. Okay. Today's a little crowded in this mall. Everyone's trying to escape the bad weather outside. I'll take you down floor by floor until we get to the bottom floor, which is all the stuff that people hardly buy. Most of the stores down there, Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Patek Philippe, Chanel, Hermes, the list goes on and on. All the fancy fashion brands from Europe, all the Swiss watchmakers are represented. Volvo, okay, not that exciting. But it's interesting that you've got these car dealerships on the third and fourth floor of a shopping mall. How they get them up here is, I don't know, I guess they got to drive them through the hallway. All right, we'll continue our tour of the mall here. I've got today, it's the girlfriend's birthday, so I've got to be cautious. I promised her a new phone, but it will not be that phone, the 16 Pro. I'm not big on spending on iPhones. I have I have 2 really cheap phones. I have an Oppo 18 and Redmi Note 12. Each of them cost me about $120. You know, when it comes to cameras, I'm shooting things on this GoPro or on my Sony, and I don't need the phone for the camera like many people do. That's the primary reason. I think most people buy an iPhone or, just to look cool. A lot of people here who can't afford this thing, but they like save up for a year to buy the new iPhone. And it's funny, they're super obvious in Southeast Asia, especially women. Women are super obvious when they take out their phone. And I catch women so many times, obviously not looking at anything material on their phone. They open up the text thread and start scrolling through old texts. They open up one, they close it. They open up another text, they close it. There's no purpose for them to be on the phone other than it's only the women with the new iPhone doing this, other than displaying the iPhone 16 or 15 or whatever it is. Okay, here, yeah, Porsche dealership at the mall here. Fancy. What's this? Executive. Pretty cool. One of the things about this part of the world, it's like it goes from 0 to 100. It's like an 80-20 rule. 80% of the population. Oh, here we go. Maserati. Porsche and Maserati. 80% of the people are poor and 20 are wealthy. It's probably like 98 and 2. It's like 2% of the population here that has corruptly hoarded all of the, all the business development and government money, and that 2% makes up the population shopping at the stores you see here. Maserati, Porsche, Prada, Bulgari, Dolce & Gabbana, Tiffany, Hermes, Cartier, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Dior, some fancy crap I never heard of. Yeah. And, okay, there's some shoppers in Fendi. Saint Laurent, I just see the sales guy in there. Fendi must be having a sale. A few people in Dior. The mall's busy today, but any given day you can come in here and find most of these stores completely empty. So I'm not quite sure what the business model is here. How many $2,800 handbags they have to sell to pay the rent. My suspicion is that, yeah, this is what the places look like. Look, just a dude standing on guard, at attention, no one buying anything. My suspicion is that these retail footprints are somewhat of a loss leader for these brands, that the developer said, hey, look guys, we're opening up the biggest mall in Bangkok, and put in your bids for a retail presence at Icon CM. And these brands, look, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people standing at attention at the Dior store. A few customers there at the counter. Yeah, the velvet robe treatment. The Gucci store, the same thing. Bunch of salespeople standing at a velvet rope. As if your name needs to be on the list to spend money. But I think these places are all show and no substance. Like, they got it like roped off. Strange, very strange, these high-end brands. I'm getting it back to the rooftop and enjoy a nice, fresh Negroni to get through the rest of this difficult day in Bangkok, and I'll see you guys in the next one.